Many of us probably know someone who uses the phrases, "I can't even boil water." I've become interested in this phenomenon. We have a generation of children who grew up relying on takeout and frozen meals. This didn't used to be the case. Cooking used to be an essential life skill that everyone learned. I believe cooking can greatly benefit a child's future and health and should be a central part of raising children. It is also a way for parents to connect with children and for children to learn a skill that will allow them to eat healthy and provide for themselves without a freezer section. My research for this speech came from a USA Today article called "Teach a Child to Cook and He Eats for Life," a Christian Science Monitor article called "More and More Dads Teach Kids to Cook," as well as a local call to action called "Common Threads." First and foremost, teaching a child to cook is a wonderful way of bonding with children. Children find the experience of cooking with their parents rewarding, and it's a great way to deepen relationships. According to the article by Christian Science Monitor, recently a quarter of women in their 20s said that fathers taught them how to cook, as women are taking on more jobs and fathers are staying home to raise children. When I was growing up cooking with my mother, I found it to be an excellent bonding experience, and some of my fondest memories are with me cooking with my mother. If a parent doesn't know how to cook, however, learning to cook together can also be a great way to strengthen your bond with your child. This can be as easy as Googling a recipe and trying it out together, or going to cooking classes to learn together. Learning together is what's important. Teaching a child to cook also sets your child up for success by setting them up for a healthy and stable future. According to the article by USA Today, cooking is a basic health tool that allows children to learn about real food and to learn what healthy food is. And home cooking is a great way to teach kids about saving money and grocery shopping and how to stick to a budget. This sets a child up for a healthy and stable future by teaching them about money and proper nutrition. Cooking also teaches a child proper food and kitchen safety techniques. These include learning the proper way to handle a knife and cut up food, learning how to avoid cross-contamination with meat and vegetables, as well as proper food storage in order to preserve your food in the best way possible, and learning what to put in a fridge or a pantry. This also teaches them how to cook food to the proper temperature for safe consumption. Finally, cooking is a fun hobby for a child to have. I personally did not realize how much I had learned from my mother until I went to college and had to fend for myself. When I moved into an apartment with roommates, a lot of them relied on ramen or takeout instead of cooking in the kitchen, and I found myself to be the only person actually using the kitchen. Knowing the basics of cooking helped me develop a skill that I turned into a hobby, and this hobby allowed me to relax in times of stress during college. In conclusion, teaching a child to cook is a great way to give your kid a valuable skill to set them up for the future. A wonderful local call to action is Common Threads. This organization is teaching low-income school children how to cook in order to educate them about food and nutrition and to instill lifelong eating habits. I hope you'll give this organization a look. I hope this presentation has convinced you that cooking is a valuable life skill that should be shared with your children.